Hey everybody, this is Start Strong Training Camp Week 3, Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the Mother's Day folks out there, all you mommies, I guess is what I want to say. Um, we are going to cover on Week 3 how to invite effectively. We spend a lot of time hosting events and planning for events, and we want to make sure that you guys are effectively inviting. And then we're going to talk about the topic, what do you do? When someone says to you, what do you do? Jennifer, what do you do? We want to make sure that you guys have a great answer for that. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about social media do's and don'ts. Jennifer has ninja skills when it comes to social media. She hasn't always had those. She's developed those. And so we're going to get her tips and tricks on how far she's come, what she's used to develop those skills. And she's going to tell you her do's and don'ts, what's worked for her. Like I said, she's one of the best on our team. And she's going to talk about the 411 method and LLC. You're going to find out what both of those mean here in just a minute. And I think that should take us right up to the 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with effective inviting. So how we share Juice Plus, of course, is we invite people to either an event, and an event can be something in your home. It can be an event at a coffee shop. You can host it at a coffee shop or at a restaurant. It can be a health professional. About 3 or 4 times a year, we bring a health professional into Colorado Springs, and Denver brings probably 6 or 8 times a year. Denver brings somebody in there, but all around the country, these are sponsored by Juice Plus, the Juice Plus Corporation. So you can go on actually virtual office and go to events and look there for events in your area. Okay. And events can be just one-on-one too. They can be coffee, lots of events. So I want to make sure you guys understand that events can be lots of different things. An event really can also just be sending a video, a link to somebody, invited them to take a peek at either our product or our business. So again, events can mean a lot of different things, but that's how we share Juice Plus. But we spend a lot of time typically, especially if we're hosting them in our home or in a commercial place like a restaurant or coffee shop, we spend an awful lot of time thinking about the invite, getting the right cute graphic and all of that, and then what the topic's going to be or what the theme's going to be. We do put all this energy into it, but then we we do a poor job at inviting, okay? And so we want to just make sure that you guys are really putting a lot into it when it comes to inviting. So this is how to effectively invite. And as you know, we really focus on the person that we're inviting. So we don't like to do blanket invites. We don't send out emails. We don't send out mass texts, or we shouldn't be. We don't send out invites to something without asking permission to invite them, because it's kind of like when you get an invite on text or Facebook Messenger and you don't know anything about it, they just kind of throw it out there. How do you feel about that? Does that make you feel like you want to come? Most times not, unless it's a really good friend, okay? And then even then sometimes not. So we really are making sure that we are authentic when we're inviting. We're sincere. We make it all about them. And we make it more about who they are and less about what we want them to buy. And they won't know how much you know until they know how much you care. And so we're going to love on them. My phone's going off the hook here. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. We really want people to know how much we care. We want to love on them. This company is a company of the heart. This whole industry, this whole Juice Plus mission is a mission with a heart. We really love on people, we care for people, and then we try to figure out if they've got a problem that we can solve with Juice Plus. And most likely we can, but we need to help them get there, not us get there, but them see that what we have is going to work well for them. So first of all, when we create an event, we put it on our calendar, right? So when we schedule some time to invite to that event, what do we need to do? We need to put it on our calendar. So a week, 10 days, whenever you like what is best for you for inviting. I don't know. I like about almost 7 days or so. Anything further than that, people don't know what they're doing. Would you guys agree? Is that enough? Some people start 10 days to 2 weeks, but I do somewhere around that 7, 8 days. So you schedule time on your calendar. So when you're doing your Juice Plus time, that's when you're going to invite for that particular event. And there's 3 ways we typically like to invite to an event. It's through Facebook Messenger, through text messaging, or through the phone. Email, not so much. That's too impersonal, I guess, is what we're saying. You always want to over-invite. So even the people that are really, really good at this, that really know how to invite, you get about 1 out of every 4 people that will actually say they're coming to the event. So if you talk to 40 people, you might get 10 yeses. And then out of the 10 yeses that night, there might be 1 that has to, I don't know, iron their hair, do their nails. I don't know. There are all kinds of crazy excuses out there, right? And so just know that it takes a lot of people before you get a crowd. And a nice event in your home is truly around 6, 7 people. Larger events are fun, but they're a little harder to close the sale on because it gets pretty rowdy. But so know that 6, 7, 8 people is really a fun size group as well. And then be 10% more excited than you normally are. So when you are especially talking on the phone, get your Showtime voice on. Just be excited, be enthusiastic, be fired up, because they're going to feel your excitement. And people don't buy Juice Plus, they buy you. People don't want the information, they want, they're there because of you, right? And so just get fired up, get excited, think about why you're excited about that event. Make it really fun when you're inviting. And if you're doing verbiage, using text or Facebook message, use, emoticons or, whatever. Make it fun verbiage. Be a little playful. And we like to contact, then send an invite, and then contact or connect again. So we used to call it call, send, call. And now it's basically contact, send, invite, then connect again. So what we do is we reach out to them and we say, hey, I'm having this taste of the shred at my house on Tuesday night. I know that you've been struggling with eating lentils or adding some of these new foods to your diet. I'd love for you to come and taste some of these things. Would you be able to come? And they say, well, yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Tuesday works for me. Then I send a fun invite, and then the night before, and then I let them know that the night before I'll be following up to find out or just to confirm that they can be there. So again, call, send, call, or connect, invite, then connect again. And again, make it personal. I thought of you because I thought of you because I know that you've been trying to eat lentils, or I know that you've never had quinoa, or whatever. So I made it very personal. And what happens if they say no? Well, a couple of things. First of all, I don't necessarily host invites to get people to come, or host events to get people to come. I host events to be able to open up the conversation and start talking to people about Juice Plus. And so for me, it's just a reason to reach out and say, hey, I'm having this event at my house. I'm having a taste of the shred. And they say, that sounds really fun, but I can't come. Well, are you at all interested in the shred? We talked about that, you were wanting to get rid of some inflammation or whatever we talked about. Are you at all interested in learning more? And they say, well, yeah, I am. I just can't come on Tuesday. And you say, well, gosh, if I sent you a video, if I sent you a link, would you check it out and see if it's something that you might want to have a conversation about? And of course, they're going to say yes, because they're always open. If you say, so if I sent you a link, would you listen to it? And also, are you open? If I sent you a video, are you open to watching it and see what you think, kind of thing? So just some play on verbiage there. Get really good at that. So if I would you is one thing you want to write down, and are you open? Those are two great ways to connect with someone. And then always use the word great. So if someone says, I'm having an event, or if I say I'm having an event at my house Tuesday night, and would you be able to come? They say, oh yeah, I think I do. Oh great. And even if they say, oh gosh, I can't come, then you can just say, oh great. because I'm going to have another one next week. Or, always come back with a comeback so that it sounds fun. Oh, great. So try to get that verbiage in your vocabulary as well, because it's fun to use. Let's see, what else do I want to say? Oh, and lastly, if you're brand new, which many of you are in this call, and you might be having Jennifer come over and do a talk for you. She might be hosting a salad in a jar party and doing the presentation. You want to make sure that you edify Jennifer. You want to make sure that you're saying, I can't wait for you to meet Jennifer. She's got a really great story about her son, Colton. You're going to absolutely love it. She's a busy mommy. She's got some great mommy hacks. Or she was a firefighter and fell off a fire truck and got a concussion, and you're going to love to hear her story about her brain health, or whatever, something that identifies with who they are. Again, you want to really modify or personalize your invite and your story for every person that you're inviting. You want to put some time and energy in this, because you want to tell them what's in it for them. Why would they want to come to the event? What would serve them? Okay. Anything you want to add, Jennifer, on inviting before we move on to the next topic?
No, those are exactly what I say, the same thing. I thought of you because you're such a busy person, and I just wanted to see if you wanted to come and hang out with me. Are you open to come into this event with me? If I sent you an invite, would you take a peek at your calendar? And then if they say yes, I send them the invite. And yep, same thing, just a play on the verbiage. I've told several of my distributors that you don't have to talk like I talk or like Leanna talks, but the verbiage is the same throughout the entire company. It's what works. Change it up to where it fits and feels comfortable for you to say it.
Right. And you don't have to use if I would you, but the same similar, like Jen said, the same concept, kind of that, that format, if you will.
Yeah.
And you should always have something in your back pocket to invite to, because again, that's an easy way to start a conversation with someone. It's hard to call someone and say, hey, I'd like to tell you about Juice Plus. We don't really do that. So we're calling to invite them, to invite them to an event. And you guys know about, I mentioned this on our team call, but you guys know about the events that we have available. We have an event on Monday night for brand new reps, a mindset call for reps. Tuesday night, we have an event, and these are all Zoom calls that they can jump on. And we talked a little bit about mindset for inviting to calls. I'm probably not going to go into that in this call because we have some other training that we want to do, but I do think, Jennifer, I think we need to address that, because I think people are a little squirmish about inviting to, I think Carrie White was the one that we talked a little bit about inviting to these Zoom calls and how hard it was for people. So I think we do want to address that on a different call. So yeah, we'll work on that. Okay, we're going to move forward because I don't want to cut Jen's topic short on the social media. I'm going to cover one more quick topic, and then I'm going to turn it over to Jen, and she's going to talk about the social media do's and don'ts the rest of the time here. But one other point I wanted to make on this call is when people ask you, what do you do? What do you say? Jen, do you want to answer that, or no? No? That's okay. You can think about it for a minute. Yeah. Well, and so do you use the words Juice Plus? Probably not, right?
No.
Okay.
I usually say something like, well, I do health coaching, or I help people with their nutritional challenges. Just something simple.
Yep. And I might say something like, I help people dramatically reduce their aging process and secure their financial freedom. And I might add with whole food and nutrition, and I might not. They might say, oh, how do you do that? But many times I probably do that because I want them to kind of know the topic. But my point here is, whether you are a firefighter, or you work at the school, or you're, work in high tech, whatever, we don't really want to talk about those things as much as we want to talk about this topic, because that's really, as we're out there networking, what we want ultimately talk to people about, to see if they're interested in fruits and vegetables. And so what you really want to do is have a what do you do line ready in your pocket that you can pull out. And it might mean going to the movement. So you might say something like, I'm a rep for a company that inspires healthy living. Or I partner with a company that provides solutions for getting a whole lot of fruits and vegetables in your diet. You might say in a conversation, this isn't necessarily if they ask you, but you might get a chance to say something about, I just love our Healthy Living Revolution community, and talk about why, and they'll go, oh, what's that about? So that's a way to bring it up. We're trying to bring up our business in this area, when we're talking to people as well. Or I love this one. This is one that I use a little bit. I am part of a grassroots movement to educate people on how to stay healthy and what really works. I am part of a grassroots movement to educate people on how to stay healthy and what works. So that's a fun one too. Or maybe you're visiting with people and you might say, that's why I love what I do. I partner with a company that found a way to put fruits and vegetables in a capsule. Might be that simple. Whatever you do, whatever you want to say, or whatever you ultimately think about saying, if I were you, I would write it down, perfect it, get with the person that invited you here to this call, and practice it a few times on Voxer. Put it on a 3x5 card, you can put it there, and then pull it out, whip it out, and practice it in the car or whatever, so that you're ready to just pop that right off. And mine's probably different every time, depending on how, who I meet and what I say. And I go, 6 months I'll do one thing, and then I'll hear something else that I like different, and then I'll try something different. So it doesn't always have to be the same, but really you do want to know when someone asks you, what do you do? And maybe next time, whoever's on the call, we can just ask if anyone wants to share, what do they do? That would be a fun exercise. Or jump on Voxer. Maybe here's an assignment for next time, before next time. Jump on our Voxer group, our Start Strong training camp, and share with us what you do. Practice that and share that with us on that Voxer chat, okay? And Jennifer and I will do that too. We'll commit to doing that as well for you guys too. Okay, now I'm excited to turn it over to Jen, and she's going to talk about social media. Go ahead, Jen.
Awesome. Okay. First, I want to remind everybody that on the freedomrevolution.com, there's a great social media training video there. So go there first. I'm just going to give you some tidbits of things that I've learned over, my time doing this and learning from other people. One thing that we want to remember is that our social media is not a billboard. One of the biggest mistakes that people make on social media is treating their social media like a billboard for their business. And that's all they do is post about their business and advertisements and deals and sales and stuff all the time. And that's, people will just scroll right back by that. They'll see you and they'll think, oh, she just wants to sell something, and they'll just scroll right past that. Also make every post about them. One of the things that I learned in the Teamsy was the HIRE. So you want to post every day, and your posts need to be helpful to others. So they're informative, educational type things, or helpful. The other is they need to be inspirational. So something that's going to inspire others, like you out hiking or walking, taking your dog for a walk, playing with your kids at the park, different things that are inspirational, getting out, being more active, eating healthier foods, posts about, your healthy meal that you had today or your healthy shake, things that are inspirational. Things about relationships, showing that you have relationships with other people within the community, or relationships with your friends, things that you're out doing that are fun, showing that you're not just a person behind a camera taking pictures of yourself, put other people on your social media too. And then education, make sure that you're putting good educational stuff out there. Do your research on it, make sure that you're not posting the wrong information. I see a lot of Facebook posts about how bad soy is, and instead of going in and researching soy, they just share it because it looks like a good topic to share, and it's really not. So they're really not building that trust with their social media fan base out there. Another thing that you want to do before you do put out a post is go onto social media and start scrolling through and like, love, and comment on people's posts. So it's called the LLC. So like, love, and comment before you post. And then as soon as you do post, when you do post, put lots of hashtags. 9 is the magic number. We learned that. It's a long story. They did a lot of research on it. 9 is the magic number. So if you can come up with 9 different hashtags about your post and relative to what you are posting about, that always helps your post get more views. So then you post. After you post, go back on and scroll through and do some more like, love, and comments on your friends' Facebook pages, because what that does is it makes Facebook see that you're friends with these people, so they're going to see your posts. And that's the whole point of posting, is so that other people see your posts. If they're not seeing them, it does no good to, do all that work and put in a post. In a minute. Sorry, my husband's asking if he can mow, and of course I can work outside, and I'm sitting on the front porch. So give me a few minutes. I'm almost done. Let's see here. Lost my train of thought. Okay, so we talked about the hire, the HIRE. So all posts lift up your audience. Don't be dramatic. Don't be negative. Don't post, politics such a hard thing right now. I know that everybody has their personal opinions and their views that they love and want to share, but just stay out of that. What that does is it just kind of turns some fans off. So I try to stay neutral when it comes to politics out there. Every now and then I might like or heart something, but I just try to stay I'm not going to post it. I'm not going to share any politics stuff. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is the 411, and this was taught through the Teamsy Boot Camp. And what it is that you want to have 4 educational posts, or posts about, educational. If you look at my Facebook feed, I'll post, a picture of my kid, and in somewhere in the comments or the hashtags, I'll post something about healthy starts and, how important their health is and how important nutrition is. So do 4 posts that are just kind of educational or random, and then do, so that's 4 and then 1. So then you're going to do 2 posts about your business. So the first one would be like a soft offer. Let me know if you're interested in, learning more about inflammation or diabetes and how nutrition can help. So, you can find a good post, a good picture of like the capsules, or capsules in your hands, or capsules on the counter, and, type something up about, how amazing these, have, how much better I'm sleeping at night, or I've lost, weight doing Shred 10, post a picture, and then let me know if you're interested in learning more. Don't talk about what it is. Don't tell them about Juice Plus, but let me know if you're interested. So that's kind of your soft offer. So that's your 4 and then your 1. So your second one is as kind of a hard offer. So you're going to put a little bit more about the company. One thing that we learned with posting on social media is to not necessarily blast the name Juice Plus all over the place, because what they're going to do is they're going to go out there and they're going to Google Juice Plus. They're not going to ask you. We want them to ask you, and that's why we try to keep the name hidden a little bit, but we don't want it to be so top secret that they have no clue what we're doing. We just don't want to blast the name Juice Plus all over social media, because again, they'll just go straight out to the internet land and they'll go order it off of Amazon, and we don't want that. Amazon has not good products, right? We want to go through the Juice Plus company. So when you do more of a hard offer, you can maybe, sometimes I will post a picture, and yes, the Juice Plus label will be showing, but I don't mention the name Juice Plus anywhere in my post, just because I want it to be transparent. I want them to know that this is what it is, but I'm not blasting that. I'm blasting health and nutrition and fruits and vegetables. And then a lot of times they'll tell me that I've been watching your posts and I'm really interested in what you're doing. We need to get together and we need to talk about it. I get that all the time. A lot of people who've been seeing my posts and they're really interested. So that is what I have. I think I talked about the 9 hashtags. Don't use social media as a billboard, but just throw it in there every now and then and show everybody your healthy lifestyle. Live the mission and show it. You want to build that trust with the people out there in social media land, you know, and make your posts original. You guys are welcome to copy my posts too, by the way. You know, if it's a picture of my daughter, don't share my daughter's picture, but, copy, my words, copy my hashtags. Or if there's just a general invite, like Leanna and I do this all the time. She'll post a thing on Facebook about the Shred 10, and I'll just copy the picture and the post and everything. I'll just share it. So don't share somebody else's post, but copy it and make it look like you originally posted it. Sound good? How's that?
That's awesome. And again, Jennifer is a product of the product, whether it be a product of the healthy lifestyle, a product of the Tower Garden. She's always talking about her Tower Garden and her kids eating off the Tower Garden. She's a product of fruits and vegetables, not only then of showing the capsules, but of her kids and her family living healthy lifestyle. And that's really what's attractive. People are going, wow. And then they see that she's a busy mom and she can do it too. And she's finding ways to get all these fruits and vegetables in her kids. And they're seeing Jennifer travel to all these fun cities and hanging out with all these people. And we're having fun at conferences and living well, having fun, doing life. And so they want to know I want some of that. What is she doing? And I want to be a part of that. And so that also attracts them then to your business because they want what you have. People are looking for community. People are lonely and they're wanting to do life with somebody. So I just love watch Jennifer. She does a really nice job of that, and watch what she does. I think she's worth. If you're not a friend of hers, friend her and check it out. She does. Like I said, I just love how she does social media. I'm a little lame. I need to get better at it. I need to get more consistent. I think I do well when I post, but I just don't do often enough because I don't know. It's not my thing and it needs to be more of my thing. But anyway. Okay, you guys, it's 4:30, or 5:30, someplace, 6:30, I don't know, wherever you're at. Anyway, thanks for joining us on Mother's Day, and we'll let y'all go. I'm going to end the call here, or end the recording.